New footage filmed inside the bus attacked by MMA superstar Conor McGregor has emerged. The video obtained by UFC 223 Embedded shows fighter Michael Chiesa with blood dripping down his head and asking if McGregor was the one to throw the object. "They threw a chair through a window of our bus and we're stuck at Barclays Arena," says UFC Vice President of Athlete Development Reed Harris while on the phone with UFC boss Dana White. Warning: explicit language. Lightweight Chiesa suffered a laceration to his face and, as a result, was forced to pull from Saturday's 223 event, the UFC announced Thursday evening. The new footage also shows fighter Rose Namajunas visibly shaken from the incident. UFC President White said on Friday he spoke to McGregor via text and the brawler said the confrontation had to be done. It was probably the worst conversation we ever had, White told FS1's First Things First on Friday. "We talked yesterday before he turned himself in. It's not that I don't think he understood what happened. He justified it. It was justified to him." White said the 29-year-old McGregor told him he was sorry about the fighters who were injured, but this had to be done. McGregor was arraigned Friday on charges of felony criminal mischief, misdemeanor assault and menacing and reckless endangerment following the backstage melee he sparked at a UFC event in New York City. He was released on $50,000 bond, pocket change for a fighter who was guaranteed $30 million last year in his ballyhooed boxing match against Floyd Mayweather Jr. McGregor is due back in court June 14. Video footage appeared to show the promotion's most bankable star throwing a dolly at a bus full of fighters on Thursday after a news conference for UFC 223 at Brooklyn's Barclays Center. McGregor was trying to get at UFC 223 main event fighter Khabib Nurmagomedov because the Russian had been involved in a hotel altercation with fellow fighter Artem Lobov. McGregor tried to stick up for Lobov, a close friend, and apparently loaded a private jet with his best buds and flew to New York to rumble. Flyweight Ray Borg was also scratched ahead of his bout with Brandon Moreno due to multiple corneal abrasions, the UFC said in a statement. And because the featherweight Lobov was involved in instigating the fracas, his bout with Alex Caceres was also cancelled. Making matters worse for the UFC, Max Holloway was not medically cleared to fight Nurmagomedov in the main event. Now another fighter will be needed to step in on extremely short notice or the main event will be cancelled. Conor McGregor is known for his controversial, bragging persona in and out of the ring, which draws record numbers of viewers to his fights. The 29-year-old Ultimate Fighting champion was born in Dublin, Ireland, and began his mixed martial arts career at age 18 in an amateur match for the Irish Ring of Truth in his hometown. He soon went professional and debuted in the MMA in 2009, collecting wins both as a lightweight and a featherweight. McGregor is the first European MMA fighter to hold titles from two divisions, featherweight and lightweight, simultaneously. In 2013, after being swarmed by requests to sign McGregor to the UFC during a trip to Ireland, the organization's president Dana White complied and the fighter became the second-ever Irishman to compete for the organization. McGregor has said that he collected a $200 check from Ireland's welfare state just 1 week before his UFC debut, when he was working as a plumber. He drew the biggest pay-per-view audience for an MMA fight ever when he fought Nate Diaz at UFC 202 in 2016 and defeated him. For that fight he earned $1 million. Becoming the first UFC fighter to get a seven-figure payday. That year he became the first MMA fighter ever to be included on Forbes' list of highest-paid athletes. In 2017 he announced he would go on hiatus from the UFC after winning the lightweight championship. McGregor went on hiatus while undefeated as the lightweight champion, but had already lost his featherweight championship. However, White has ruled that he has to forfeit his lightweight championship belt because he has not participated in a UFC event since 2016. The Irishman's most recent fight was in a boxing ring. In August of 2017 he was paid a reported $30 million to fight undefeated boxing legend Floyd Mayweather Jr. in a much-anticipated, yet ultimately uncompetitive match that he lost on the 10th round. McGregor has been in a relationship with Dee Devlin since 2008 and they share a child, Conor McGregor Jr., who was born in May of 2017.